Okay. This is Jeskai Cycling. Okay, this is Jeskai Cycling. And I will point to the core of the deck, Zenith Flare. It deals X damage to any target and you gain X life, where X is the number of cards with cycling ability in your graveyard. This list used to run nothing but random garbage cards with cycling. Startling Development. It's just a one-cost cycler. Ignore what it does. Go for Blood. It's a one-cost cycler. Boon of the Wishgiver. It's just a one-cost cycler. And in fact, if you look, there were a number of these one-cost cyclers that weren't even in... Why is it not showing me... Oh. Because it's not cycle, it's cycling. This Jeskai list was even running like memory leaks because it just happened to be a card that was a one-cost cycler. Or Frostveil Ambush. It happened to be a one-cost cycler. And it was alright. What does cycling do? You can pay the cycling cost to discard the card and draw a new card. So it's sort of like, I pay money to get rid of it and redraw another one. So the gist of it was you would just run garbage cyclers, and just cycle like crazy to try to bop someone in the face with a Zenith Flare. But this more modern version actually tries to do more stuff with the board. Flourishing Fox and Valiant Rescuer used to be the two core cycling cards that you'd actually play a lot. Flourishing Fox, if you got it on turn 1, it can easily do a bunch of damage. Valiant Rescuer, if you would play this on turn 3, you could then cycle a Flourishing Fox, a Drannith Healer, one of these other random cards, for 1 and make a 1-1. Because the first cycle each turn makes a 1-1, so you can just sort of go wide. But what's interesting is that it's also expanded into having several Irencrag Pyromancers. Ways to pick off some of these creature-based decks and deal damage to the face in a non-Zenith Flare fashion. It also is running 4 Improbable Alliance whenever you draw your second card this turn. Remember, on my draw step, I draw a card, and then if I cycle once, that's the second card I've drawn. So the Improbable Alliance is also making a bunch of 1-1s. It's kind of like the Naya Adventures list I just played in terms of the sort of, like if you just squint and look a little bit, you just kind of see a board going wide with a bunch of 1-1s. But then it has this bonkification that can occur. I'm going to start off and play it a little bit in best of 1 and then go into best of 3. But I think the thing that's really interesting about the list is that all the garbage one-cost cyclers like Frostveil Ambush and Memory Leak have been cut. And the remaining ones occasionally will be used. Occasionally, like 10% of the time, you will Boon of the Wishgiver to draw 4 cards. Occasionally, you will go for Blood and have a creature that you don't control fighting a creature that you do control. Sometimes, and actually this is the one that sort of hilariously does get cast a lot, until end of turn target creature becomes a blue serpent with base power and toughness 4/4. So I can block with one of my 1-1s and just suddenly make it a 4/4 and like crunch it. There's a sideboard, but we don't give a shit about sideboards. We're an adult. Hey, Jodix1. Welcome. It's good to see you, Jodix. So we don't see any companion, which Yorion is with the ultimatum lists. The Jeskai lists are often... Or Yorion is with the ultimatum list. Luris is with the Dimir Rogue lists and stuff like this. So because we don't see that, what do we do here? We can play the Drannith Stinger as a body, and I think that's actually pretty acceptable. I am going to chill, actually. If a stomp is incoming, because this looks like a stomp. So now I'm willing to do this. Because I can cycle. Now, if my opponent stomps, they'll be unable to do anything else on this turn. Perfectly acceptable. Good sequencing, Dana. I'm gonna go ahead and cycle, because remember, I'm not actively doing anything. Alright, well, this is amazing. I'm not actively doing anything in particular with these Drannith Stingers. And so for that reason, it's actually extremely good to just be filling the bin with these cycle cards. This is pretty sweet. The second one should target the Annex, because the second one resolves first. And this one resolves, pinging us. This is fucking hilarious, actually. Into the recycle bag. Jodex says, was just showing my partner the fall DK30 where you played my Game Jam game. And she was so hype. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh my god, fucking awesome. Alright, so... I'm blocking nothing, dude. Dude. Fuck yeah, dude. Uh-oh. And a big bada, bada, boom. Jodex says she thinks I'm famous now. I think I'm just gonna roll with it. Hell yeah, man. Howdy, partner. I think I want a Valiant Rescuer and then just hang out. We accept this damage. This kind of damage is fine. There's nothing bad that can come of this. I don't think we need to use the Drannith Healers to heal. So, I want to do this first, because obviously... But now I want to hold on to these two and wait until the next turn, because then I can proc it again. I mean, this is insane and hilarious. Pop Chula wants to see the list again. The list is right here on the screen. You can copy it without even using your keyboard. I'll do this because I'd rather draw 4. It's good. It's really, really, really good. Bye. Bye. 3 Irencrag was pretty lucky. Oh god, yeah. I mean, this is the funniest shit ever. I mean, this is why we play the game. This is why we play the game. It's things like this. This is the game. Oh, and was that a best of 1? Oh my god, I forgot I was doing best of 1. That is hilarious. Yeah, let's actually edit the stream info. I don't even know why we're doing best of 1, man. I know what I'm doing. I'm ready to play. All right, you know, I'll play one more best of 1. I'll play one more best of 1. The deck needs Irencrag Feet for the 7 mana to cycle. Now that's a gamer move right there. Just here for the rewards, says I just joined the stream, and boy, can't wait for Night Adventures. I fucked up, man. I makey a big mistakey. Oh! Oh, I don't think you want to do that. I do not think you want to be filling up my bin. My bin. My bin. My bin. Filling up my bin. Rum bum 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 bum. My bin. Thinking about my bin. Ooh, I'm gonna play this one first. My bin, my bin, my bin. I'm filling up my bin. I wanted to play the Improbable Alliance first because it's less likely for a Demure deck to have any way to interact with this than it is a creature. Black-blue is generally pretty good at, like, you know, having the black cards to kill stuff. Da-da-da. Play it as a creature. Cycle up the creature. Actually, I'm not gonna cast the Fox. Are there Mystic Sanctuaries to get the Flare back? We don't need to get the Flare back. We just need a Flare. My bin, my bin, my bin. I'm filling up my bin. Wah, 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 wow. Boon number 2. One time. Perfect. I'll get a healer out of here. Alright. Alright. When life gives you triumphs, find a new life. What says, you guys see an Alpha Black Lotus sell for 500k? You know, that makes sense to me. But you know it doesn't make sense to me? Even a little bit. Like even the tiniest amount. NFTs. Do you guys want to like burn the coal equivalent of a small forest in power to verify that you own a GIF? What's an NFT? NFT is the recent craze of stuff that can be described only as really, really stupid. Yeah, I'm gonna play it, and then I'm gonna cycle this. Okay, here's the thing. An NFT stands for non-fungible token. And the idea of it is, let's imagine that, let's imagine something physical that I want to own that has value to me. So, for instance, the crystal that the Gelfling held in the movie The Dark Crystal. Okay? And like, there are props for movie sets that come along with some type of form that verifies that, yes, this was the thing, this is a certificate of authenticity for this physical object. And when it comes to something like an Alpha Black Lotus, there's, you know, you can literally see that it's the thing, and then you can get like a professional analyst to review that it is a legitimate Alpha Black Lotus and all this stuff, and then you have it, and we know the exact number of Alpha Black Lotuses that were printed, and so it has a clear rarity associated. Or the crystal that Jen used in the Dark Crystal, there's that one. There's the one crystal, and maybe some duplicate props or something, but there's only those small number. So someone said, well, wait a minute, we're entering into more of a digital world. Wouldn't it be cool if there was a way to verify the copy of the thing is, like, the digital thing is yours? Now, we already have the idea of uniqueness, unique digital objects in games. For instance, in Counter-Strike, there are guns that have unique markings on them that only one person can own. And if I trade it to you, Valve transfers ownership of that asset to you. But I mean, it's really Valve is the one that owns it, and they're, I think his hand sucks, but I'm going to keep it because I'm very inexperienced with this deck, so I'm happy to do what I think is subpar decision-making to kind of research things. The reason, in most traditional decks, you'd say, ooh, this is a weak hand because I have one card that does stuff, and that's it. But this is a deck that's built around cycling, so I have a hard sense of what I'm supposed to value in my opening hand. Maybe it's just I should be going for a 1-drop or a 2-drop, and that's it. Okay, so anyway, so Valve is the one that owns the asset, and they let me, Sean Plott, open it up and that sort of thing. And I can trade someone, now they can open up, but I can't do it anymore. So it's sort of like the idea of artificial ownership of a thing. Like, Valve could technically give everyone access to the cool skin in Counter-Strike, and everyone could use it, but they don't. And I will first note, I fully defend the idea of collectability. I love collectible things. I don't even have particularly big collections, but, I have a book that's signed by, my favorite author. And I like the fact that I have that. It feels cool. Hooray. And, I have a full collection. I actually have a lot of comic collections. Series and stuff like this. Shit. This is a Gruul aggro deck, so we're going to be killed pretty quickly here. So I've just talked about the idea of physical collectibles. I'm talking about the idea of, we have collectibles in games. It's fun to build your collection in games. I like building my collections for various comic books and keycaps and all that sort of stuff. But the idea of an NFT was someone went, I have an idea. What if there was a way to prove ownership of a digital object where nobody owned the thing? Thank God this is not a Gruul aggro deck, because it means that I will have an easier time living. I'm going to cycle the Savai Triome because these are cheap cyclers. Nice. Superb. And so now, so someone said, what about a digital object that you could own that didn't need to have a centralized authority? And everyone went, oh my god, the blockchain. The blockchain, oh my god, the blockchain is happening right now. Oh. Okay, so I do this. Boop. Hi, sweetheart. Someone came up with this idea of oh my god, super great idea. I'm really excited about it. What if the way that, what if we use the blockchain to verify ownership of digital things and shit like that? Right, and so it seems kind of interesting, okay, cool, but it's like not really done. It's done a few things that personally bother me a little bit, where it's like... Like, what does it mean to, like, own a GIF? Like, what does that mean? Like... You know what I mean? Like, what, like people using NFTs to, like, buy and sell tweets to be like, oh yeah, that very controversial tweet that guy wrote? Yeah, I own that tweet. It's like, what the, what? It's such a bizarre thing to say. Also, there's the idea of, you know, the way that Bitcoin, a lot of blockchain shit work is they're leveraging people doing processing on their computers. Very complex forms of verification that take a little bit of time. Despy, could we, baby? Honey, no. No, don't. Baby, no. Come here. Come here. Come here. Let me clear a little spot for you. Come on. Stop rubbing against. There we go. Isn't it wonderful to be annoyed by Despy again? Come on. Ah! Okay, so I think that this is a Riverglide Pathway. Look at this. I'm drawing 4 cards. The Circus of Value. I mean, this is pretty sick. Hi. I'm so happy that we spend all day together while I'm in the middle of my fucking job. Love this. Yeah, I don't know. So the idea of the ability to verify immutably that someone owns a thing that's digital, that's kind of interesting, I guess. Like, I would say the concept of it I'm not that against, but in terms of the implementation, the amount of processing power that's needed to do the verification of the shit, or even just like with cryptocurrency in general, it's a lot. So it's like we're burning coal to say that we own shit. Which, I don't know, feels a little eye-rolly to me. Oh, fuck. I accidentally double-clicked. I'm a dumbass. Oof. Ooh, that hurts a lot. Youch. Jesus. I will play the Drannith Healer. And I mean, also, I frankly have some issues with the idea of cryptocurrency in general. Ooh, I'm not that bright, am I? Look at that. Cycle. Cycly-wikely. Because, like, here's the issue I have with crypto. The idea of a decentralized currency is cool. I think I've said this before. I'm a very pragmatic person. Pragmatically speaking, everyone I've ever heard who's like, crypto's going to be the future. It's going to be amazing. All the ways in which everyone can have a non-centralized currency and all this stuff. None of them are using it to buy anything. They're hoping the value goes up so that they can buy a Tesla. You know what I mean? And I'm not making anything super strong like, you know, cryptocurrencies are fundamentally evil, and they don't do what they claim they'll do. I'm saying that, like, there's that person who's trying to speak as though they're on, like, a moral high ground. Like, this is really about what's good for humanity, and that's the reason that I'm in this. I'm in this for helping out humans, and it's like, no, you're in it to get rich. Like, just... good. This is all fine. Yeah, so I mean, like, really, if I just prevent damage, I think Villain has played the land full turn, right? Am I dumb? No, I'm definitely the best player here, for sure. It's like not even close. Alright, so let's first things first. No, let's not do this. Let's reach around the cat. Okay, I will double cycle. Hey, Iceman, have a good night, man. Cheers. Well, that's an interesting point. If I had shot here and gone cycle, then this would have been 14. Now, oh yeah, nice play. We could have shot the person in the face. Yeah, I don't know. So the whole idea of this non-fungible token thing, there's a third thing that feels a little weird to me about it, is like, it feels like a bunch of really rich people using this to, like, get more rich at a time when, like, a lot of my friends have been out of work for months and are struggling. Everyone I know is struggling a lot, and someone just makes a piece of art that they then do like a Bitcoin auction, or not a Bitcoin, an NFT auction and shit. And, it just feels a little. Let's see. So this goes on that. Let's stop that. Sweetie pie. Come on, come here. What? Don't here. Look, come over here. No, do not try to lie down right in front of the... Ah, shit. Whoa, she's mad. Get out of there. There you go. What a good cat. Thank you. She just, like, plops her butt right down. Well, all right. Was that Godzilla cat? It was Keed Plays, it was. Despizilla. Bonk. Bonk. Excellent. That's how you play the game. Who gives a shit about caskets made of glass? I think these come in. Raidane is garbage in this match, or Rielle, excuse me. Bonk. Let's see here. These seem like only good in the control matchups. I mean, I think that we're actually in very, 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 very good shape, broadly speaking. Not actually sure what we typically intend to cut in this game. Irencrag Pyromancer seems spectacular. Do we cut one of our cyclers? Like, would we cut, for instance, Go for Blood? What are our cuts here, broadly speaking? We keep this. I think we keep our token generator pals. I think that what I'm doing is I'm saying, no matter what, we're going to have a lot of cyclers. So we just cut. Alright, that seems perfectly acceptable. A Raugrin Triome. Maybe that's actually incorrect to play the Raugrin Triome. Maybe I should keep it for cycling later. But it seems nice to be able to have access to blue. And I think that if I play the Drannith Stinger here, that seems good. Maybe I just, like, smash out all these guys. Not now, though. Not now, though, right? Because that's a Bone Crusher. Oh my god, fucking awesome. Are you gonna try to attack your sister? Is Sheriff even in there? Where'd your sister go? Is she in there? Oh, she is. She's just very, very flat. She's in the box. She's in the box. What did I expect? Edgewall, Innkeeper. So I cycle. So this again says to me that villain probably has a removal spell, probably. Maybe I double Fox here. I think this just seems correct. What's in the box, Sean? What's in the box? What's in the box? Da-na-na-na. I didn't cycle a card. That's incredible. Truly, truly stunning. Hard to find anyone make these plays these days. Hard to find anyone make these plays these days. Perfect. A Raugrin Triome. Hang on to the Triome. Ooh. Yeah, I think that we're just so much faster than this Naya deck. Ooh, this one is fun. 300 watts says Gololol. Yeah, feel free to use our new Wololo emotes. There's some of the finest emotes here. Drannith Healer. My god, this deck rips, man. That's what you get when you stare at me. You get enough pain to catch pneumonia. I'll never fall in love again. I never fall in love again. Masked Vandal is pretty rad to see there. Oh my god. Awful. Absolute garbage. Alright, so I'm going to do this, and I'm absolutely going to cycle the Valiant Rescuer. Boom, 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 boom. Age of Empires starts on Thursday. Tomorrow there's no stream. I haven't. Appointment. Flare Lethal coming up soon. Oh yeah. Oh my god, fucking awesome. Yeah, I mean, the good thing about this is we can wait until this end step, and then we can go bonk, bonk. Bonk, 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 bonk. And then say so long, 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 long. How many cards can they draw? I don't care at all. Whoa. Well, this puts things a little bit into perspective, does it not? Clotheth. The Brigand says, are there any phrases that drive you nuts? Like, have your cake and eat it too is mine. Who just effing keeps cake around for no reason? It's your psychotic endgame. I think the one that does bring me legitimate pet peeve status is when people begin their phrases, why not? Why not? Why don't you? Couldn't you just... This seems like a 100% win rate matchup for us. Donk. That's our donk insurance. Donk. Wow, that is really, really questions. But yeah, like here's the reason I dislike why not questions. It's that it places the onus on the other person. Almost any question that begins, why not do blah, you could instead just say as a declarative sentence. This is the best hand I've ever seen. First, it's like, day 9, why not play this game? So first of all, it's putting the onus on there. Second of all, it presumes something that is often not true. Why not play this game? Implies that I would play the game, I considered it, and upon that evaluation, decided against it, and that I am now withholding that information from you. I may be very close to death here. And the third thing is that often the person who is saying it, they sort of betray themselves in a way. Oh shit, we are dead as shit. Because they're not actually taking an opportunity to explain what their perspective is, what they want, what they think. Alright, so let's take a brief peek here. kind of feel like I want. Go for blood, we could probably do without. I kind of want the negates, but we probably actually have enough control cards here to be fine. Please One Time says, why not is seen by many to be deferential, since it's assuming you've considered something. For example, if I think you've made a misplay, why not take this line is giving you more credit than you should have taken this line. I am not saying that always replace it with a declarative sentence. What I'm saying is or always replace it with this form declarative sentence. Instead of saying, why not take this line? You could say, I think I would have taken this line. There you go. Boom. Done. And also, I think that if you think that you're being deferential, I would call that incorrect. I would call that incorrect. Kind of in the same way that, like, if you... the classic one is the guy that goes up to the girl that wants to be left alone, and he's just talking to her, he's just doing nice conversation. I'm being a nice guy, right? I'm just talking, like, what is it? And the error in that person's analysis is not acknowledging that there is a burden that is being placed on another person. I'm just being nice, why don't you be nice back? And in that situation, the error is believing I'm just being nice. That's, and I want red here. And I'm comparing those two not to say saying why not is similar to freaking someone out of a bar. I'm saying that both have a similarity that the perception of I'm doing a good thing is incorrect. I think the perception of saying, oh, I'm going to say why not in order to be thoughtful and deferential to this person is, I think that's incorrect. I do appreciate that someone had good intentions. Absolutely. What are you doing? When do I start swinging? Probably now, actually. That's a good draw. Take the damage. GZX says, wouldn't X line mean Y benefit is a good option? No. Just, you're stating it in the negative, stating the affirmative. Don't say wouldn't. Say, I feel like line X would mean Y benefit. Is there something I'm missing? Just state it in the positive. The fundamental issue is the why don't you, why didn't you, wouldn't it, shouldn't you, just don't say it in the negation. And you will save the other person and yourself a huge headache. Alright, this deck fucking kicks off. What am I drinking? Just fizzy water. I've had like 5 of these today. Can one have too much fizzy water? Remember, my 30-day project is drink no calories. Okay. So I think we say that this is a bad hand because I would need to spend early turns cycling instead of early turns doing shit. Oh my god, yes! Who gives a shit about glass? Day 9 does. Redcap Melee on time? Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we cycle like this. So the ideal is that this bonks us for 1 several turns in a row, and that we soon enough just Glass Casket all the threats until we can go Irencrag Cycle, and then we're in grand old shape. Like land off the top would... Oh! That would sing to me. Shit. I think I'm actually supposed to cycle one of these. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because I want to keep the 1 mana cycler for this guy. Perfect. So I cycle like this. Great. Awesome. That's a really good draw. Totally fucking awesome. And that's a knight, so it gets the bonus. And I think that, like, a general conversational approach that has real positive value is the idea of just putting yourself more into it. Here's what I would do. Here's what I think. Here's my reasoning A and B and C and D. So when I look at that, here's what I'm seeing. Am I missing something? Oh, you... Okay. Oh, thank goodness. Hey. Yeah, Cheesy X, I think that what would be helpful is to be like, okay, tell me a particular phrase that you can't see how to state otherwise. I think I'd double block this and just get this shit out off the... I mean, I know the Valiant Rescuer is going to get killed, but... Villain seems to be really struggling to get creatures on the board, so I'm gonna do stuff. I want to stress something. I don't want to imply that this is one of these... What? Oh, fuck. Yeah, I think I just lose then. Oh shit, I didn't think about this card at all. I think the only way we're okay now is if I get a Zenith Flare? Ugh. Do I even have anything? I guess a Redcap Melee would also do it. Ah, man, we got owned so hard in the... Yeah, take your time, GZX. Just whenever it comes to mind. Alright, let's take a peek. 1 Redcap Melee in the deck. Say, a 1 Redcap Melee in the deck. I think we got owned so badly in the very first best of 3 that, you know, we did. Yow, that was a big sneezeroni. It was such a sneezeroo. Wow, that was some fucking power sneezing. Energy sneezing. When discussing play, could you say, quote, or could you say wouldn't in such a way as wouldn't the line of play you did leave you open a XYZ common counterplay? Yeah, no, it's still terrible. Yeah, it's super bad. And again, the reason it's super bad is you're you can just say, I think this line leaves you open to X, Y, or Z counterplay. You're making it about yourself. When you start to say, wouldn't you, why don't you, you needed to just blah, 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 like start doing things like this. Again, you're kind of putting 100% of the focus on this other person. Like, hey, you need to explain yourself. Why didn't, doesn't this fuck you over? Because, like, what do you want the other person to say? To be like, yeah, I guess it does. There's a really common pattern that you can see that just seeps into someone's natural way of speaking, which is where intuitively they don't want to be the focus. Intuitively, you want the other person to be spoken about. You want the other person to provide the explanation. You want the other person to do this. So there's lots of tiny ways in which people start taking the onus off themselves and putting it on the other people. And it can wind up... Holy shit, I am fucked. Oh god. Is that 3 non-humans? Oh shit. Kenrith, the fucking returned king here, huh? Can eat this guy. Can block that one. No, I think what I need to do is figure out a way for both of these guys to die. So they can go into the bin. Hope to draw land this turn. Well, that didn't work. 4 Zenith Flares. Where were you last turn, you bastard? Alright, we're super duper dead. This is as dead as a young man can be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Shit. We are dead. We are dead on the board. Okay. Redcap Melees are going to be essential. This deck is actually not very difficult to play against. We just need to shut off precisely the Winota, and then all's good. So I think we actually do want these Glass Caskets, and then we just peel out the Gopher Bloods again. I think this is okay. Yeah, Jodix, I think that, like, a lot of the source of this... Jodix says, I feel like people are too worried about taking responsibility for their ideas. So they say, why not X? Shift responsibility on others. A way to help that is to ask, have you considered X? Which is an easy way to keep responsibility, but not be confrontational. Oh yeah, that's great advice. That is I think, both a correct analysis and again, yeah, it ties back into this thing where people don't want the onus on themselves. They don't want to have to come up with the reasoning. They don't want to have the responsibility of the statement. They don't want to state the thing that is wrong. I think that, like, one of the situations that is consistently, I think, fine to do, why not X? Whereas if I said, should we do X or should we do Y? You know what? I'm going to do Y. I'm going to do Y. And you go like, wait, why not X? You know, where it's very clear I brought something up and didn't address it and evaluated it and there's something there, which is fine. Well, fuck. Alright. I think I might be making a heinous mistake here. I think I'm screwing up real hard here. I think I needed to just dig for the red cap or something. As long as it's your turn, has first strike. Oh, thank God. I mean, if we can maybe get Zenith Flare powered up. Okay. Going wide. Who wore it better? Bam, 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 bam. It's probably better to just keep cycling here. Even though there's two Elvish. Oh my God, these things aren't legendary? Jesus. Let me get the Rescuer to cycle to make another 1/1. Fuck. All right, I think we lose. All right, no one Nota one time. Dude, the Elvish War Master, dude. This deck goes so wide. Oh my God. Elvish War Master is awesome. Yeah, going wide was definitely worn better by no one. For sure. So, I mean, we can start. We just need to make sure that we deal with. Oh God. They'll be asking how you played the game. You had 3 Elvish War Master in top 10 cards. Dude, it's so cool. Bring it on. I'm not scared of your 2/2 flying butthead. Ow. What a bastard. Alright, so now we can begin to get this guy out. If we make the game go on longer, we win. For the targets we're waiting to use Glass Casket on, it's less waiting for the targets on the casket and more making sure that we have enough mana to cast Zenith Flare should a very, very quite so scary Winota pop down. Because if Winota comes down here, I mean, I don't know how to put this. I feel like I lose if Winota swings with this board. Look at the top 6 cards like 4,000 times. Oh. That was bad. I wish I had some of those cyclers. Oh my God. Now's my chance. Kane says hi, D9. Hi, chat. Hey, Kane. What is up? I've been waiting for this moment my whole life. There is nothing I have anticipated more than killing this Winota. The board is not powerful enough. Yeah, the funny thing is that, like, think about how our deck works, right? We cycle, and then all of a sudden, turn 7 comes around and I bonk them in the head with a Zenith. Oh, shit. Oh, no! Oh my god, kill this! Kill this one! Trade, 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 trade. Kill this one, maybe? No. My count's wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh. Zenith Bonk. The one that first struck already? Well, that would be incredibly stupid, wouldn't it? Oh, let's get the War Master out of there. Bonk. Healing up. Clickety-clack. Smickety-smack. I think Bot decided a weak attack. Startling Developments. Resignation commencing. Big shit. No attacks. Oh shit, I gotta do this thing. Oh, that's Rod Hug. It's +X till end of turn. Okay. I mean, couldn't we just live another turn? It all depends on how you played the game. Wasn't some drum and bass song that said that a shitload. And now it's in my mind. Coward. Okay. All they'll ask is how you played the game. This is a move made out of risk. Bang, bang, bang. Shit. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yeah, there it is. We have managed to live yet another turn. Perhaps even more than that. This is where Winota just comes down and we just lose. El Colages, what's your ranking of Daft Punk albums? Top 3 songs by them? I don't know Daft Punk well enough to rank any of their work. I think there's maybe only 4 artists that I would be able to say like, oh yeah, these are their real Bangar. Oh yes, there's not enough mana to do anything more. Oh my god. Favorite musical artists? Number 1 is Blue Sky Black Death. Number 2 is Chris Clark. Good. Awesome. Totally fucking awesome. Yeah, Chris Clark. Yeah, number 3 is Trent Muller. Number 4 is Murkoff. So And the text says, I feel like killing the flyer would have given you more options for the blocks coming up. No, it would generate a 2-2. It would generate a 2-2 and we would not have enough to block. And now, because there's not enough mana, I can shoot this thing. Yeah! Yes. Forget about Lieutenant. Yeah, see like, look, Synthetic, you said, I feel like killing the flyer would have given you more options. Do you keep the flyer up due to having Zenith Flare? Like, so you provided your thought pod. You provided it, and then I could react to it. Oh, shit! You can generate mana from this! I'm fucking awful, man. Ugh. It sucks to suck. It sucks to suck. I hate sucking at this game sometimes. It's all about how you played the game. Yeah, Krolltown. I flubbed. I flub-a-dub-dubbed. Big tears in the tub. Bonk. Magic Name says, after your talk about Artosis, I tried to dust off some Brood War, and I've never sucked at anything more. Yeah, Brood War is fucking hard, man. Game is like dumb hard. It's like so hard, you might have to go to hospital. I'm doing it this way, man. I'm doing it this way. Why did my opponent leave? They makey such a mistakey. Why did they leave? Oh, yeah. I think it's because they were like, oh, because Day 9 very clearly has the maneuver necessary to shoot. Otherwise, Day 9 would shoot this. I was shooting here to bring our opponent to 4, and then on their upkeep, play Startling Development, hope I hit a second Cycler, and then bing-bong him in the face again. Crickety-crack. I still think I don't need to play the Doomscar. I don't think that I need to do that, but maybe I'm crazy in the coconut. That boy needs therapy. What does that mean? That boy needs therapy. He's a nut. He's crazy in the coconut. What does that mean? That boy needs therapy. Yeah. Oh, God, am I a fan of David Lynch's work / Twin Peaks? No, I'm really not. Unfortunately. Actually, shit. Oh, no. Wait a minute. Oh, everyone, your pal Day 9 is making a mistake. Hate to say it, you hate to see it. Batusai and MNT-GG's it. He's a nut. He's crazy in the coconut. What does that mean? Day 9 needs therapy. Fuck. Okay, so I'm gonna do this, and I gotta go cycle hard. Because, recall, if villain does in fact get a very, very quite so scary Winota, we dead. Synthetech, can you explain a little more what you mean? I don't think I'm not quite picking up what you're putting down. Oof, I feel death coming on. I can't even play this dum-dum. Alright, I mean, this is, I think, what I got. I think this is what I got. I'm doing this. I'm just... Jesus, take the wheel. Fuck. I mean, I know. The pickle was that I didn't have white mana. If I had white mana, I could have played the Glass Casket and shut down the Archpriest / Jasper Sentinel. Oh my god, do we get to live? Permission to live, please? This is actually fucking terrible. Weirdly, we are okay. Because those are both humans. Weirdly, this is true. May the bing bongs commence. But Synthetic, if you were wondering why I did one cycle on my turn and then tried to cycle on their upkeep, this deals damage on the second card. Deals damage on the second card, so I did it once on my turn to activate it immediately. Nope. Bonk. What are we doing? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? What spot I have? What is this? What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh! You said that during the opponent's next upkeep, you would have cycled the card and hoped to draw another cycle card. However, since you draw one card during your turn, if you wait until your turn... Oh, I was dead on their turn. That's why. I didn't. There was a 0% chance. And the question is, do I think that they will fuck up? Or... Yeah, do I think that they will fuck up? Or, alternatively, instead, am I just going to try to go straight for it? And I just figured, man, fuck it. And now, it could still be true. What you're saying still could be true. It still could be the case that I should really just wait and see what they do. But you have to understand, I'm a streamer and I'm a gamer. And I believe in that pass-through equity, right? If I can just get the game out of the way, sure, I'm doing it, man. Oh my god. Becky, look at her butt. It is so awesome. Do I? I think that I do this. I just bop this. And then I do the knight. Because we might want to Drannith Healer, I think. Oh, yeah. Pass-through equity. Oh, yeah. Term lifted directly from the lips of Louise Scott Vargas. Tiva Anderson, I missed the first part of the stream. How'd you like Night Adventures? It's... Oh my god, we won. It's good, but I wish that I had black. I wish that I had access to duress and hand disruption and removal, things like this. I just like the cleanliness of the gameplay a little bit more with black-green instead of green-white-red. I'm going to load up the deck because I need to use the restroom. BRB, I must pee. Oh, that scared me. Oh, come here. Oh, Despy hates me now. Oh, I went to use... Okay, look. I went to use the restroom. And this is the kitty's home back here, right? Kitties live back here. And the kitties escaped. So Cece's on a walk, so everything's okay. There were no issues. But, oh my god. Oh, part of me was just like, what if I am the reason that my cats get eaten by my dog? Dog wasn't there. Everything was fine. But good lord, trying to retrieve that little baby cat. She hates me now. Hey, Desper. Where's my little Despy girl? Oh, she hates me so much. Whew. Okay. Let's just play this game. Oh my god, Neuro. Neuro raided us? Neuro? Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed, Neuro. You raided literally my chair. I was using the restroom. Oh my god, Neuro. How on earth in the hell are you? Oh my god. Oh. Chair Senpai. Oh god, okay. Oh my god. Opponent goes first. You know, I think that this is okay because we have a turn 1 play. But Neuro, for any of you who don't know, is an excellent StarCraft 2 streamer. Neuros is doing well on a heckin' boomer schedule and woke up at 6:30 a.m. If you ever want to watch some Zerg gameplay with extremely calm dispositions in tow, you should definitely go on this channel, follow. Alright, so let's do this. Let's play this one down. Now this is an interesting question. I think that I do want to cycle because it's really important to get Improbable Alliance up. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm so happy that my cats are okay. Alright, I gotta... Oh my god, Despy was so mad. Oh! Neuros has rated you because I pointed out the move speed of Speed Overseers and remembered how amazed you were when that buff first went through. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, like, it turns Overseers into little rocket ships. Alright, we take that damage. We take those. Alright. Large creatures who ward better. Villain might actually wind up... Villain might actually wind up with a giant killer, which makes my Fox look quite bad, but if I can get some Improbable Alliances up and just kind of chump the damage... Ooh, that's actually nice. Startling Development. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, I think the Irencrag Pyromancer is just going to start gatlinging the stuff down. Oh, God. I mean, we're going to take, it looks like 6 damage right now. Let me briefly make sure my cat's doing okay. Hi, Despy. I'm really, really sorry. No, I'm really, really sorry. Are we okay? Can I give you scritches? Yeah, you know. You know, I'm sorry. Oh, you fucking hate me. Alright. Alright. Alright, it's all me. I'm the problem. Choose blockers. This is a Sword of the Realm. So I don't block this. And then we start getting the value going when we do this. And I might hang on to this healer. I don't think I'm going to hang on to the Stinger. So we cycle this. This is going to sack for the Ryodane, which is fine. The important thing is that we have a 1/1 blocker for this shit. Yeah, the cat's mad. Yeah, no, because I was, like, chasing her around in the back room, because I need to get this cat back in this room very well. I need to get that cat back in this room before the dog gets home. Oh, goodness. Very scary kind of moment there. So I had to, like, and Despy was, like, getting back in corners, so I'm just, like, getting a broom and trying to, like, sweep Despy out. So fucking traumatizing for my poor little cat. Okay, that's actually a really good draw, because we do this. Get to pick this off. Oh, shit. This fucking guy makes this cost 6. Okay. Alright, I fucked up. I have making a mistakey. Oh, my poor little cat. My poor little cat. She's chilling out. She has this, like, blank look where she's like, what the fuck was that? She's just like, I genuinely don't know what is the matter with him. Alright, if we get a cycle card, we absolutely nuke. And we don't. Alright, so I'm going to do this to draw a card and then discard a card. Activate ability. You know what? I probably don't need another one of these. So we can chump the Luminarch. God, I'm like so not even in the game. Let me send. Okay. So you split the damage. And it appears at first blush like I must chump. Okay. I misread this fucking card. I just should have done this. Shit. Oh my god, I misread this. I thought you discarded cards when Rielle entered the battlefield. Okay, I literally just misplayed. That's... yeah, I just needed to do nothing and sit and chill and wait. And then we would have been fine. Okay, go for blood. Bye, bye, bye. Bye. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Get out of here, you idiot. And then, actually, probably Shredded Sails. That looks good. God, I'm so shaken about my little baby cat. Because when we got the... DKK Rackalakin hitting us with the why nots. DKK Rackalakin, ship us the screenshot of what you are referring to. Just go to this channel, go to the videos, go to this, and just put a screenshot of the turn. No, Russian Ally, I'm actually totally okay if my cat is grumpy with me for a little bit. It's just like that startle where it's like, oh my god, something bad could have happened to my little cat and it's my fault. It just freaks me out. What happened? I went to use the restroom and the cat darted out of the room. We haven't gotten the dogs and the dog and the cats to get introduced because when we first got our little sweet puppy dog, I think I just do this. No. The land I actually think is more important than stopping an extra +1/+1 counter. Fuck. The little kitty darted out, and we haven't introduced the cats to the dog, because our dog had a bunch of medical issues, frankly, and needed to have her intensity monitored really, really closely. So we're like, alright, we'll just keep them separated until the dog is better. Why is this not red? My brain's melting. Oh yeah, if you're asking about the turn where I didn't Zenith Flare, yeah, we talked about that on air. We said that we were going to Zenith Flare, but then we realized that Zenith Flare is affected by Rydane, so ooh, that's actually really, really, really nice. Even though this is super face up, I think it's actually okay. Cat distracted. Yeah, that actually freaked me out. No, I just my cats are perfect beings. I want to come back to something Magic Names was talking about. Magic Names. Magic Names tried to play some Brood War and was never the same. Alright, now things are humming. Things are humming along now. I think we're okay. I think we're gonna be okay. I think we're gonna be okay. Oh. One cat. I know the other cat's in here. I'm literally gonna double check. Oh, we have two cats. This is so great. Glass Casket, no problem. Love to see it. I think this is really good. Let's make infinite 1/1s. Oh. Widget says, I apologize for the spam. Appeared off by accident. But have you tried Gear Hulk with Sublime? And oh yeah, I actually don't really play Historic. I mean, the standard meta is terrific right now. So I've just been enjoying myself some standard in Twoof. This is an artifact, huh? Alright. Damn. Frickin'. Okay. Ooh. Perfect. Bop. I don't want both of these. Oh my god, we're doing it. Good lord. Oh my god, I'm so freaked out right now. I am just horrified. It's terrible. Absolute terrible horror. Neuro rated us. our brains are true mush today. My brain is a mush brain. I'm going in. We're gonna win this one on the backs of the Improbable Alliance. Let me fix something real quick here. Oof. Hey. And I think that everything that we're doing is still terrific. I think that the putting the shredded sails was tight. Oh, I'm so glad my little kitties are okay. Okay, so this is not a good hand. I don't think I can mulligan again. Chuck back this, huh? Do I hang on to this one and just put back one of the other ones? Alright, Giant Killer. Excellent. Ooh. Wow. Cycle on the Stinger. Totally a winner. Let's not make the choice on this now. Video before audio. Nice! I know how to fix that one. Boom! There it is. Bring it on, Giant Killer. Pow. I think I'm going to do this first. No, I'm going to do this one first. Because it's easier to interact twice with this. Because if I play this, then I can go cycle, cycle. Okay. I think just shutting down every piece of damage is important right now. Let's just do this turn over again. I want to get to 6 mana so I can Zenith Flare for some surprises. I think I don't do a block now because I do have a way to get up to multiple 1/1s. Okay, so I play this as probably blue. The Valiant Rescuer as the dude. Hello, it's me, the dude. Now we're hoping to just go straight into another Cycler here. Or into a Glass Casket. Not actually good. Okay, so we take 2 here. This is fine. This is fine, this is fine, this is fine. Oh, you leave this one on. Okay, yeah. I mean... I'm going to shoot this right away because this can't be sacrificed right now. It's a bit of a problem, but all things considered, it's okay. Good. Dude, Irencrag Pyromancer. Holy crap. Irencrag Pyromancer is good. Oh my god, Ravi, whom everyone lovey. Ravi comes in and says, wow, Day9, you look hotter today than your mountain deck. Working hard on it, man. Oh my god. Gives a shit about Glass. Appears that things have hit an impasse. I'm going to hang on to this, because if we get another Improbable Alliance, or if Villain decides it would be a good time to start trying to swing in, I want a Zenith Flare in response. Also, I hope to draw a Boon of the Wishgiver. This is one of the nice things about this deck slowing down a bit. Sometimes you actually just shoot, or you cast things straight up. Fuck, the All-Side of Life's Bounty is a problem. It preserves flying. Then this will get off the battlefield, which is nice. I fucked up. Villain could have just sacked and done this and then done the damage to my face. Well, it's time to begin to get chipped away at, thanks to Raidane, the god of being a total jerk. Yeah, DK Rakalak, and we addressed what you were talking about. Yeah. Let's just double block here and make this discard a land, probably. Yeah, we said that the oh, another Season Hellblade was dressed. Oh, that's pretty good. Well. It's good for me to keep things back. Cytotoxic says, is OPE something that is regularly said in Iowa? And Phosphorus says he's from Kansas. Cytotoxic says, dang it. I would argue playing the second Pyro and double ping would be the best option because Zenith Flare was an option. Okay. Okay, so I think that just blocking a Skyclave here is good. Lets us get a 2/2 back. I think I do have to play this right now. I believe we are pretty dead. We appear to be more than likely very dead. Okay. So... good. Well then, this is clearly the best course of action. Well, that kind of stunker-runkaroo. But that's alright. I mean, we threw the game number 1, because I was just, like, completely fucking flustered by my... what wound up being a completely benign cat experience. Ugh, okay, we'll just keep going through. We'll just keep going through. Zoinks. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. One Sock MTG says, I'm noticing this cycling deck has some very long games. It goes the distance. It's pretty nice. And I actually think that given its construction, it should have a pretty substantial edge against, that aggro deck. It's like not very complicated situation to be in. Alright, there's this. Drannith Healers are real killers in the aggro matchup. I think that they would be better against like mono red or maybe Gruul, but like Drannith Healers are specifically good when your opponent's deck is trying to do something like deal exactly 22 damage before fizzling out a little bit. So we're against the Yorion Emergent Ultimatum deck. So we do this. I'll hang on to these just in case. I seek counsel with land. Nice. Cute. Cute. Nailed it. By the way, it might be worth looking into. Autumn Burchett was playing a chromatic black deck that used the World Tree for color fixing rather than chromatic lantern and aura reach. Went something like 5-1 or something like that. That is a really interesting idea. That is tight. That is really, really cool. What was the payoff for doing 5 colors, though? Was it just like Coma? Asuka's Chariot. Asuka's Circus of Value. Well, shit. Is Golo standard legal? I think Golos is standard legal. No, this was historic. Oh, I don't really play historic. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I just don't really play historic. Well, things that, so if you had payoffs like Coma, Ugin, etc. Well, Genesis Ultimatum isn't a payoff. Genesis Ultimatum is something that sets up a payoff. Like Genesis Ultimatum into Terror of the Peaks and yada 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 yada. Meow wow wow. Do I kill this? Or do I just keep blocking? Do I do one of these? Maybe I do one of these. I can't believe it's already 6:07. Foster says, what's your favorite ice cream flavor? I don't like ice cream that much. If you held a gun to my head and said, you need to answer me right now, or you're grounded, and I don't like being grounded, I would say Rocky Road. I think Rocky Road ice cream is pretty terrific. Pretty terrific. Really? I mean, it resolves. Ice cream hater unsubbed. I mean, I don't hate ice cream the way I hate, for instance, apples. Apples are... they're not it. Apples are not it at all. Pears are amazing. It's my favorite Japanese dish. I don't know. A good ramen, good sushi, good poke. I don't know. I guess just broadly I'd say, like, the cuisine. Oh my goodness! Oh. Luis Scott Vargas, the king, raids for 1,245. Well, if y'all are interested in above average, but not much more than that gameplay, you came to the right place. Louise, hope you had a wonderful stream. I'm sitting here debating whether or not I should trade my life away to an Escus chariot. Oops. But I'm brave. I'm brave in the face. Near death. So, I'm hoping to Irencrag Pyromancer, but it appears it was not meant to be. So we're just going to keep going in. Keep generating little birds. Oh my god, a land. Yes. Oh. Can't lose. Okay. Whenever you discard one or more cards the first time each turn. Okay. Well, we're going to be doing that one soon, for sure. I mean, immediately Orin's going to pop down, and we're just going to be up against a ton of cats and shit, but... when you are a Jeskai Cycling deck, there's always hope. Part of me thinks that I really should have destroyed this like 15 turns ago. But if at first you don't succeed, just do the exact same shit again and again and again, huh? Alright, I'm going to kill it. I really should have done this so much sooner. So much sooner. It's like obviously the answer. It's the answer of the day. T Vanner says, I'm confused on using the 1-1 to chunk the 2-2 and letting the 4-4 go to face. If that's what I did, that is purely a misblock that happened as I'm trying to give attention to LSV. So that's it. It's the only explanation for that. Today has been a day of brain farts. For sure. Pierogi Addict gifting 5 and spreading the love of pierogies everywhere. Brain Fart Tuesday. Welcome to Top Meta Brain Fart Tuesday. Oh yeah. Oh my god, I've done it. Okay, so how do I want to do this here, huh? Just, you know, I think a little Irencrag. A little bit Irencrag, never hurt anybody. Go ahead and go for blood. Doesn't change the fact that I'm going straight for the dome. What? Is that not how that works? Is this not the game? I thought this was the game. I'm conceding. I had no idea it worked that way. Alright, how are we going to win this one? Do I think Rielle the Everwise is reasonable enough in this hand? Maybe. Or excuse me, in this deck. I mean, I think it's just pretty easy bringing these. And probably just peel out these 4 cyclers that I pull out every time. Ninja Ginger 8 says, do you tend to change the cadence with which you switch decks when playing on versus off stream, or would you rotate decks about as consistently without a stream schedule? I'm pretty consistent in terms of what I do on stream. Off stream is kind of random. Sometimes I will just play one deck for 8 hours straight. Sometimes I will just, like, fiddle with a deck idea rapidly that I know would make bad content. Sometimes I have, like, a flit of an idea, and I'll just try it out for, like, 45 minutes and be like, nope, not working. Question says, do you actually spend a lot of time playing games you normally stream off-stream? Magic and Dota I play a lot off-stream. Single-player games, it's very random. There's a single-player game I played through recently that was pretty good. Goose Game. Played through Untitled Goose Game. That was fun. I play a good amount of Slay the Spire off-stream. I've played some Factorio off-stream. Played some Loop Hero off-stream. Generally, in terms of the more single-player experiences, those will be here. But the games that I stream the most on air, I also play the most off-air. For sure. Alright, let's play. This'll do. Fifth down says, has anyone tried the Mobile version of Magic? I think I haven't, because I don't leave my house. So why would I? You know, I'm actually going to play this Stinger, man. I'm going to start stinging dang me. I think this is good to play. I think. Not 100% on that. Perfect. It's rescuing time, baby. The question is it better to Irencrag and then Boon, or is it better to do a second Valiant Rescuer? I have no choice, and I must scream. Okay. I think that this is probably good to do. Alright. I meant to make that blue. But when you're this bad, it's hard to do anything but just be mediocre. You know? I said, Rain, have you gotten the first shot of the vaccine yet? No. No. I live in a place called America. So, as a result, it's very rare to see, if ever, clarity and organization around. How to say it? Around things. It's rare to have things have clarity, so. I'm doing this. I don't have enough mana to leave up. I want to leave up mana for Mystic Dispute. Because we can just win with this. And if I played Improbable Alliance or Irencrag, you know, if Dang Me played a Shadow's Verdict or some such thing. Okay. Super cool. Wow, this Jeskai Cycling deck is a hell of a lot more fun than it was 6-7 months ago, where you literally were just like all in on Zenith Flare. It was like riding a bicycle downhill at full speed with no brakes, and you were just like, I hope I land it. Alright, yeah, deck looks good. Yeah, and it's kind of weird because I don't really even have any notification in California as to what's happening at all. I have no clue. With respect to me, I've seen things where, like, here's a certain type of workers that do stuff. Ah! Alright, this is the game. This is the game. I think playing the Stinger is actually pretty bonkful. Togyak1 says, hey Dan, me and 3 of my buddies just got into 4v4 StarCraft 2. Let me begin by saying, holy shit. And we'll come back to that in a moment. Problem is I've played quite a bit more than them, and it feels like a 1v4 usually. Any tips, resources on how I can help them improve / help us not get stomped? You're gonna get... It's gonna be a 1v4. And I think it's a great environment for them to learn. But I think that the best way to leverage this is to increase your 1v4 equity by encouraging them to give you some gas. Because it's very easy to be like, alright, I want all of you to give me 100 gas each. Have them all send to you, and then you can do really dumb shit like, fuck, I feel like I need to hit my landies, so I'm gonna do this. You can get some really dumb stuff to pop off, like, you know, 1 base, oh fuck, no lands, like 1 base, 4 Starport Banshee and stuff. Have you heard the good news? We have a 1-1. Shit. But yeah, like, here's the thing. 4v4 StarCraft 2 is out of control. Okay. So, can I get a show of hands? Give me a day green emote if you have played a good amount of Legacy of the Void Legacy of the Void multiplayer, and a day red emote if you have not played a lot of Legacy of the Void 1v1. Good. Okay. Now, here's a question. If you've played, hit me with a day... Fuck are you hitting me with? I feel that. Hit me with a happy-faced day white if you have played Wings of Liberty or Heart of the Swarm 1v1s a lot, and a day blue if you haven't done that either. Okay. Alright, so it looks like it's about half and half for Wings of Liberty. But for the most part, most people here have not played StarCraft. Okay, cool. Cool. I can't believe he's done this. We actually have a chance to win. I feel that some of these ultimatum decks can sometimes sideboard out so many answers for aggro that they wind up being just kind of slow and plonkery. Oh. Oh! Alright, where were you last turn? You dick? Okay, so. Okay, so good. Good, good, good. Good, 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 good. This is fine. I don't mind going to 7 here. Villain ain't winning the beatdown game. Hello! Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Okay. Let's talk. StarCraft is a game where... Well, actually, here's the cleanest one. If you don't know anything about StarCraft, hit me with a day black emote. But if you kind of get the gist of, have played, can wrap your head around StarCraft, hit me with the day white emote. Alright, great, great. So for the most part, we're all on the same page. This is terrific. This is terrific. Okay, so I'm gonna speak to the perspective of someone who vaguely maybe gets some RTS stuff, but maybe hasn't played a lot of 1v1. In particular, hasn't played Legacy of the Void, because this will transition into our discussion of get the fuck out of here. Let's transition into our discussion of other stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, dude. I'm drawing these cards. Oh, Operation Bing Bong is going down. Dude, I hope I'm gonna get rid of this one, because I actually can cycle this. Dude, I hope we get Necromentia. That would be hilarious, man. This is an amazing hand. This is an amazing hand. You can't name that. That's bad. See, now we have lethal. Yeah, alright. Oh, we're so fucking good, man. We're just like, we're the best player here. That one. Is this Necromentia? Yeah, no, it is. Great. Will it blend? All right, this is a bit dangerous. Is this gonna resolve? Okay. All right, that was highly tight. Oh, are we almost at Mythic? Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. The likelihood of you hitting Mythic is literally, are you playing a lot? And as long as you're playing some of the good decks, I think you eventually climb up. Okay, here's StarCraft. In StarCraft, you start out with a main base and 4 workers. In StarCraft 1, 6 workers in the original StarCraft 2. And you have some resources that you collect. What do you do with those resources? You build a base. And like, if you want to build a factory, you have to build a barracks before you're allowed to build a factory. Similarly, if you build a factory, you can then unlock the ability to make a starport. And if you build a starport, then you can unlock a fusion core. And, you know, there's all sorts of structures you can make in your base. Now, if you're making a base, what do you do with that base? Well, you're going to build a variety of units, and the units have different properties, kind of like producing different chess pieces. Some of them are really, really sturdy and strong and just a well-rounded unit that's good at fighting. Some of them are like super mobile units that can fly, but they're very, very fragile. So you might use them to go harass the workers that are trying to collect some fucking money. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure what Villain's doing. I'm going to intend to probably go cycle Irencrag. Okay? Oh yeah, Fusion Core looks like this, Dithanos. This is what a Fusion Core looks like. Anyways, and so the strategy of the game is trying to figure out how to manage your resources such that you are building a good mixture of things against the things that they're building. Now, in one of the pickles that emerged, just in terms of the raw gameplay of StarCraft, is that it's kind of easy to get a little stuck in Passivity Town. You know, you would get two newbies to play, and what would happen is, I'm just going to use some rough hand-wavy numbers. It takes like 15 minutes or so to mine out a base in the original StarCraft 2. Extremely hand-wavy number. I haven't actually timed it. Maybe I should. Maybe I should sometime. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The relative numbers are what does matter. So, I want red. I'm going to do this Fox, because I think there's a probability that we'll actually cast this Boon of the Wishgiver. I think that our opponent is going to have a second Questing Beast, because remember, there was no 2 or 3 mana play. So, in the original StarCraft, it would take about 15 minutes to mine out a base. And part of this reason was because you started with 6 workers. That's not that many. And for reference, a base takes about 22 workers to be, like, maxed out. So if you start with 6, you gotta build up a little bit, build up a little bit. So it had a very sort of slow arc to the game. And then it would take about 15 minutes to mine out a base at that point in time. Ooh, shit. I'm a very lucky boy. Why didn't Villain play Beast on turn 3? 2 Kazandu Valleys. So, part of the problems in terms of the design of this, and I put problem in air quotes because, you know, there's certainly people that liked StarCraft a slightly different way. But, like, part of the problem with having this slow mining out of bases and a slow start to the game is it's really easy to be a person who's doing a lot of stuff in your base, and StarCraft kind of famously has a lot of shit going on in the base. So it's really easy to just kind of run out of time to doing and managing stuff, and all of a sudden 10 minutes has passed, and you have not interacted with your opponent once. I think the Redcap Melees are correct put in. And you know, sometimes you'd get to, like, 2 bases, and you'd be kind of good for a little bit long. Now, I see some problems, because if you look at a lot of modern multiplayer games, back and forth is happening right away. You kick off a game of Overwatch, and Jeff Kaplan pops out from behind a bush with a gun, and he says, go to the fucking point. And you're like, and you go to the point, and he's like, there, it's right there. You can see through the wall with it. He's pointing at it with a different gun, right? He's just, go to the fucking point, goes right there. And, Jeff Kaplan. And that's the only thing to do. Go to the point. And then you die, respawn, go to the point, go to the point, go to the point. StarCraft 2 is a lot more like Magic in that sometimes there's a lot of battling. Sometimes there's a few turns where people are passing and waiting for stuff to go on. And so it takes a long time to mine out in StarCraft 2. And on 2 bases, I kind of feel good with the amount of money that I have. And when I say I feel good, I'm talking about, like, not a tip-top player, just like an average Joe, just kind of hanging out playing. Barry says, it's been a while since I played, but I don't think that's how Overwatch works. It is, you're mistaken. It was a new patch. Like, now Jeff's just in everyone's home. It's like a really innovative thing. So, what happened in Legacy of the Void, which was sort of like the part 3. For any of you that are 18 or younger, it's like the 3rd big battle pass for the game. If you're under 18, I want to let you know about this weird thing called an expansion that is no longer real. Great! Incredible, actually. Oh, I did that in the wrong order, didn't I? And so when Legacy of the Void came out, I think I actually cycled both of these in hopes of finding better juice. So what wound up happening is, in Legacy of the Void, they opted to make a change. Now, one of the ways that you can sort of stimulate someone to want to go play some, or interact with your opponent, battle more, is you can say something like, thump, here is the objective in the middle of the map. Go to the objective. And then everyone mutually goes there. But because StarCraft is kind of a game that's a little bit more about, like, we want you to choose your own style of play, do your own fun, do your own thing. Because it's more of that kind of game. What they did is they said, we're going to start you off not with 6, but with 12 workers. And each base is going to have, like, half as much money on it. So when the game begins, you immediately have, like, your economy cranked up, and your base is, like, almost mined out immediately. This is sack and exile each opponent's graveyard. Terrific. My hand is fucking hilarious. And so, like, what this winds up meaning is that where you used to be generally going for 2 bases with a goal of figuring out how to get a 3rd base. Now StarCraft 2 is like, well, I'm obviously getting 3 bases right at the very start, and the question is, how do I get bases 4 and 5? And so when the game begins, it's just like being in Hyperloop. And so our friend here, Tagak, excuse me, Tagak, I know I said it wrong. Tagak is saying that he and his friends have been playing 4v4 StarCraft 2. Now 4v4 StarCraft 2 is hilarious because the game, like, the arc of intensity to the game is, like, here's intensity, here's time, and the intensity, it's like, here, this is to positive infinity, and then it quickly, like, comes down to less than the start of the game and kind of trails off here to 0. Because this is when everyone, like, mines out. It's like, I mean, every once in a while you'll be like, yeah, you know, I want to play some StarCraft. Yeah, fuck yeah, man. I'm, like, really into, I'm gonna play some StarCraft. It's gonna be amazing. Yeah. And then you play 4v4 because you know what, you want to do something like a little more casual, right? You want to do something that's just like chill, man. It's just like fucking just chill and play some StarCraft. And you play 4v4 and you can just like feel the wind rippling at your lips. I have an Irencrag Pyromancer and nothing to cycle. Hear me roar. So what we're looking for now is another Boon of the Wishgiver to draw infinite cards. Okay. Heliolima is clearly waiting for me to cast a Zenith Flare, at which point Heliolima will bonk me. I'll fucking bonk him right back. You know, I'm just gonna hang out. I'm hanging out. I'm not doing nothing. Bucall's music says, I just finished watching the episode of Encodia. The scene where Despy was having an internal robo monologue killed me. Oh, dude, Lee is legitimately just so funny, man. Oh my god, Lee is so funny, man. Bonk. Exile, you graveyard! Oh, shit, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby. I got nowhere to be. What about you, Helio Lima? When you hang out with Lee is just, like, so funny, man. Lee does this. Lee is a human. It's the first creature. You know what? Bring the Brushfire Elementals on. I'm here to get them all. Lee as a human is really good at balancing being outrageously funny with being really earnest and sincere. Because, like, you know, I don't know if you've ever been around someone who's, like, very, very funny, and it almost feels like they're taking up all the oxygen in the room. They are the funny person, you know. By the way, I'm looking for Irencrag Pyromancers. I'm looking for alliances, things like that. What? Alright, I guess the fox hits the field, huh? Alright. I mean, I wasn't expecting Villain to hard cast a Great Henge with nothing in hand. You know, maybe, I mean, this could just be me, but maybe Shredded Sails is good to run here. Go Raids, day 9, I missed you. Hey, Go Raid. You dropped a bunch of subs yesterday. Maybe it was the other day. Maybe it was Friday, I don't remember, but it was certainly last week. Wanted to say hey. Wanted to hit you with that hearty, warm, howdy, 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 and see how my mouth, brain, shoulders, knees, and toes are falling apart. Lisa. So sweet, don't make it bad. Go Raid. I wanted to ask you, how are you and how's your day going? Fuck you. Phosphorus says, do you have an opinion on K-pop? I think that my opinion on K-pop is I really hope that the guys and gals in K-pop groups are actually getting treated well. Korean pop music is obviously a really, really high-quality product, but there's a history of basically being disproportionately exploitative. Where, like, if you're a K-pop star, you're like not allowed to date, and you live in a dormitory, and there's certain hours where you are allowed your phone and stuff. Ow. Yeah, and I don't like that. That makes me feel bad. I think I'll hold on to the Redcap Melee for now. Because, I mean, I kind of want to cast these Glass Caskets. Also, I think a lot of the Korean pop stars make like a normal salary, and the quote-unquote business model of being a Korean pop star is one of you get some money, like essentially an allowance for having no life and having all of your moves controlled by the company. And then afterwards, you can land a lot of really great advertising contracts and cash in. And, I I mean, South Korea, my understanding at least, South Korea's had a lot of leaps forward in terms of just being generally progressive. You know, like having, like, oh my god, I watched a Korean drama where there was a transgender character, and I was like, holy shit, way to go, Korea, you know. Where, you know, historically that has not been the case. And again, my understanding, I don't really follow any K-pop stuffs, so I could just be wrong about a lot of this, but like my understanding is that there's just, thanks to the internets, there's a hell of a lot more visibility into ongoings and stuff. So I hope that, kind of as a result of that, when anyone's like, hey, what do you think about Korean pop music? I'm like, well, it's high quality, but I sure hope those people are being treated okay, you know what I mean? I've done it. I've drawn the Boon of the Wishgiver. Best player here. Big bada boom. Choo 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 choo. Oh my god. I actually think that our opponent has drawn their deck upside down. Yeah, I mean, like, Helio Lima obviously has aggressive tools, right? Like, but I think that literally everything's out of order. Look at this. Removal, removal, removal. Removal, Great Henge, Embercleave. And there's, like, one Bone Crusher and one Brushfire Elemental. I mean... He says, wait, you're not supposed to post-play with your deck upside down? Arch says, raw cleave, my lord, this hurts. Is that a term, a raw cleave? It is I, an Improbable Alliance. Improbable Alliance. What? I cast it? Oh, shit. Oh, this is embarrassing. I mean, it looks very intentional. It was not. I just should have kept my dang mouth shut. Bang. I mean, I find that, like, entertainment business and negotiation is very, very interesting. Oh, yes, the whole deck was drawn upside down. It should have been top 3. You know, I'm actually going to wait and not risk it. And just get the guaranteed pop-ups. Zenith is at 2. This is the whole graveyard, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Oh, shit. Look at this. Yeah, Phosphorus, my hope would be that... Holy shit. My hope would be that the emergence of just... No. That the emergence of just social media and more available lines of communication have improved this. But I mean, like, entertainment's really interesting in terms of... What makes sense in this particular negotiation? I don't need this. What in this particular negotiation makes sense just here? Because I mean, it's not clear. We'll shoot this. Oh, I should have done this. Oh, I don't actually have a. Oh, dude, my mind. What can you do? Like, who is deserving of what amounts of value? Casket on Clothis? No, I don't want to do the casket on Clothis. I mean, I don't give a shit about the Clothis. Look, the Clothis is not a blocker. I am the beatdown. My opponent needs blockers, so by deleting this guy, the Love-Struck Beast, I have created a situation in which we can now do all the pickoffs. But I mean, like, you know, there's the sort of question of, like, okay, well, how... Because, I mean, people love to talk about, dude, exposure. Do it for the exposure, man. Let's wait till we go to combat. I literally don't have enough mana to do what I want to do. That's kind of funny. Cycling. Yeah, I'll probably just Zenith Flare something. Be done with it. Okay, that'll do. I'm the best! Like, there's a lot of people that are totally full of shit when it comes to the exposure. Like, if someone was like, Day 9, I want you to promote my Instagram, and I'll promote you back, and we're doing this to help each other with exposure. Total bullshit. Right? But, if we're being honest, I will sacrifice this one. If we're being honest, exposure does have a non-zero value. There are things that I've done where they're like, look, we can't actually afford to pay your rate. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, you know, actually the amount of exposure that this provides is good. This is actually a good thing. Welcome back, Clothis. So it says, if he declared attackers, then we killed the beast, reducing devotion under 7. Does the Clothis attack fizzle? Oh yeah. Oh my god, abso-fucking-lutely. This. That. This. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, well I guess I'll just do like this. Ow. Oh. For exacts. Da-da-da-da. Hooray. How's cycling going? Really good. Like, disgustingly good. So good it is disgusting. I haven't finished Uzumaki yet, Elk Lodge. I'm about halfway through. I'll come back to that in a second. But yeah, like, I mean... so much of, like... You know, I feel like there's this, like, intuitive fairness that like, is... I go first? Guns to plowshares? I think I have to mulligan. Okay, there we go. There we go. There it is. There it is. We've done it. I think this is sufficiently excellent. Actually, what did I put at the bottom? The healer? I should have put a Pyromancer at the bottom. I'm really bad. I'm really bad, dumb, and embarrassing. Never mind. I'm the best here. There's this, like, intuitive sense of fairness that exists, where it's like, well, as long as, you know, the publisher's getting some money and the Popstar Idol's getting some money, it's all good. It's all great. Oh. Yeah, I think that this is, like, consistently an error that I'm making, which is that I need to make each individual... Excuse me, Desper. I love you, darling, but, like, excuse me. Thank you. Children. This card is especially good against black because of Heartless Act. Doesn't do anything. Bahaha. Look, I can't keep big concepts in my head. I can't keep like 2 paragraphs worth of content in my head. Can't do it. Oh, balls. I was hoping it was a land, and then I'd just go like Pyromancer. You've done it now. I don't know. I'm gonna give up talking about entertainment negotiation in business and stuff. Alright. I don't really know what kind of deck Villain is yet. I guess I'll play the Triomes. But Uzumaki is it is good. How the hell ever? Uzumaki is very... It's much more episodic than I would have expected. Bye. Boop. For any of you who don't know, Uzumaki is a horror graphic novel made by... Is there a horror manga artist who's more popular or well-known than Junji Ito? This one, please. That one, please. I'm not sure there is. He's the guy. So it's the most famous Japanese horror manga artist, Junji Ito. Ow. Wrote a story about a town that becomes contaminated with spirals. There is some cursed, malevolent force that is represented as the shape, a spiral. So, you know, you get people who start becoming obsessed with spiral-shaped objects and collecting them, studying them, and just, like, cannot stop thinking about them. I think this is still good to do. If I can get up to 6, I can start generating a 1/1 every turn. Nice. There's this arc that's in there that's just incredible about, like, a man who goes insane and dies, and they burn his body in a crematorium, and the ash burns into the sky and forms a giant spiral in the sky. I'm going to pass with Go for Blood and see if I can cycle on the turn. And the ash, like, seeps into the lake where someone was just incidentally collecting mud to make clay pots, and, like, when they turn... This guy, like, turns his oven on. Alright, I guess we're up against... Oh, that's fine. He turns on the oven to make his clay pots, like distorted, twisted, spiral-shaped faces keep showing up. It's so good. It's so good. Is that mine? Nice. Want to play a little game. And a bomb. This deck is incredible. It's an incredible deck. It's incredible. I think I'm going to pull out 2 of these, put in this and this, and that's it. Maybe, no, you know what? I'm going to take out these and put in the shredded sails. Looks like some sort of Rakdos control deck that's interesting. And, dude, I read Rumina, which is a completely different work by Junji Ito, and I mean that like messed me up. Like I had like dreams about that. It's so horrifying. Oh my god. It's like very good, but it is a read. It's insane. It is insane. One of the reasons why Junji Ito is famous is that he just doesn't use tropes. You know, it's not about zombies or werewolves or, like, you know, a spooky witch in town. I mean, like, for instance, the entire idea of a curse that is represented as spirals. That's, like, fascinating. And Rumina, that I've talked about a little bit on air, is about a professor, an astrophysicist, is receiving a Nobel Prize for his work with his wormhole, where he had theorized that it was a connection into a completely separate dimension, but he would never be able to go there and actually see if he could go through this wormhole. He either had to just never know or have something coming from the other side, and lo and behold, a planet moves right through. Planet steps through to the other side. And huge achievement that he's seen this, he's located this, and he decides to name whatever you want. I think we wait on the Fox, because there's a lot of Heartless Acts, so I want to be able to, in response to the Heartless Act, Startling Discovery. So this professor notes that because this wormhole is 16 light years away, that the day that the planet came through the wormhole was the same day as his daughter's birthday. 16 years ago to the day. So he names this planet Rumina after his daughter Rumina. And so actually, this is fine to do. I'm going to do this, and if Villain has a Heartless Act, totally fine. Because I have an Improbable Alliance coming down. So this planet all of a sudden starts moving towards Earth at the speed of light. Alright. Like, close to the speed of light. So this astrophysicist assistant realizes if they're looking at the planet beginning to move towards them at close to the speed of light 16 years ago, that could mean that it has been moving for 16 years already towards the Earth's solar system, which means that it would already almost be there. So everyone starts freaking out. Because they're going, holy shit, this planet that came through this wormhole is coming for us. It comes into the solar system, and one by one, planets just start disappearing. Pluto's gone. Neptune's gone. Uranus is gone. And because everyone is freaking out. Due to a number of other coincidences that I'm sort of skipping over in the book, a bunch of people start to go, wait a minute. The scientists research all about trying to do experiments, figure out what's going on with this wormhole, and his daughter is named the planet after his daughter. This guy and her daughter have summoned this planet to us, so we have to kill them to make them stop. And so it's this, it's an insane story of, like, this poor girl and her father trying to, like, get away from this insane angry mob. And also some just terrifying otherworldly demon planet, Romina, threatening all of humanity. And it is like, it is gruesome and also insane. I can't even describe to you how insane it is. Like, I mean, especially, has anyone here read it? Does anyone have the hand up where they can read it? By the way, our game plan is to just shoot this person in the face. No, please, I insist. Necromancer me. Necromancer, by the way, this is what I look like when I finally realize I haven't showered in a few days because it's been a pandemic, and this is me just like taking a shower. I'm just like, oh my god, it's disgusting. Scipio Merxmars has read it. You know, okay, don't spoil anything, but you know in like chapter 4 and 5, when you're just like, you know what I'm talking about? This doesn't really spoil anything, but there's a frame in the book that looks a bit like a swarm of gnats. You know which one I'm talking about? Yeah, like that whole sequence, like, what the fuck was going on in that shit, man? Oh my god! Like, and again, because it doesn't rely on traditional tropes of horror. I don't even know. Whoops! I didn't mean to do that one. I meant to cycle that shit. I think I may be dead here. So chapter 4 and 5. What's the name of the author again? Junji Ito.
I would destroy if I
Maze mind and I'm maze mind and I'm a 4/4. You cannot fuck with me. Scipio, I'm about halfway through Uzumaki. I was reading it literally last night. Fuck. Ah, shit. Alright, I mean, there's still hope. There's still hope. There's no hope. Oh yeah, the Enigma of Amagara Fault. That's a good one. I read that one. Read that one recently. You know, maybe it's actually good to put in the mystical disputes. Average Game Guy says, makes me think back to my Lovecraft lectures I gave back in college when I argued the same sort of thing about how, because H.P. Lovecraft didn't follow tropes but rather create his own, and that's why it sticks with modern audiences. Or wait, when you say he, was he H.P. Lovecraft, or was he in this circumstance? Who's he? Oh, it was Junji too. Oh. Ooh. Oh, Jesus. There's no 1 mana removal spell I'm worried about except Bloodchief's Thirst. Because I strictly do not give a damn. Crap. Author says you should make a list of media you enjoy for your viewers to consume. I really should. Of course. Excellent. Superb. Great. You know what? I want the blue. I want the blue. Valiant Rescuer is insanely good. My hand, on the other hand, is terrible. What was the name of that planet book? Ramina. Well, I mean, this does suck a bit, but being able to have this down... Oh my god! What the fuck? Mercer says Junji Ito did an incredible adaptation. Frankenstein. It's amazing to look at. Oh, I should check that out. Crack. Fap. I am gonna play this Drannith Stinger. We're coming right up on 6 mana where I can start Exile redrawing. I saw that he'd readapted Frankenstein. I'm gonna hang out a little bit. Alright, this is not the best news. Chandra, Heart of Fire, is very, very good. But not the one that I really want to counter. Shit. Yes! Boon of the Wish Giver. I got a wish. Oh, Merximers. Oh my god, Merximers. Don't you dare ever talk about that story here. Oh my god. And also the name of it is not... It's not Greased. It's Glyceride. Glyceride, I actually legitimately almost threw up the next day. There's a pan and I put oil in the pan to like... to just fucking cook some stuff, and it's just, oh my god. Yeah, that's fine. I don't give a shit about Tibble.
I have cosmic aspirations, dear.
It's so gross. It's the grossest thing in the universe. Shredded sails? No.
I'm not nice.
Hi, Sharebear. Well, I mean, we have 3 in the bin. I mean, we could conceivably, plausibly. You know, I think I'm gonna. It's stinging time. Let's do this and make this 4/4. You got it. Damn it, guys, I briefly Googled, saw a picture. No thanks, I can accept some body horror, but not that. Oh my god, it's just, ugh. Ugh. Oh, I can't even think about it anymore. Oh my god. Alright, this is, secretly this is ideal. Villain thinks that the lost condition is Zenith Flare. The lost condition is actually on the board right now. Okay. Alright, so we do this. Boop. Chugga, 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 chugga. I think I'll just chill. I think I just literally just chill. Oh yeah, Merxemer's, like, I have seen a lot of his works about his cats. It's so good. It's so incredibly good. It's so cute. I've never heard of Local 58. Sure. I'll just do this. And then we maybe get a 1-mana thing that we can cycle. Maybe we don't. Though, we could keep this. No, you know, it's actually certainly better to...
So many painful memories.
Tybalt's Trickery, man. Holy shit, Guns to Plowshares has Tybalt's Trickery in their deck. Oh, yeah. Well, this is being a hard run, too. Yeah, I don't think I want to have my sleep messed up right now. Oh, isn't this interesting? Maybe you can cycle some cards, huh? I don't know how many more Startling Developments we have. We got one. Shit, yeah. Boom. Boon of the Wish Giver. Oh, it's so good. Oh, this is the it shit right here, man. Alright. It resolves. Bang, 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 bang. This deck is incredibly fun to play. I think that Necromentia is unnecessary in Guns to Plowshares deck. I think that if instead of Necromentia, it was just Elspeth's Nightmares. Getting rid of the bin.
Share in my
Sharing my pain. Blocks are not necessary. Oh my god, yeah, Mercsmers is literally as spot on as a human can be. If anyone wants an unsettling movie, I recommend Hereditary, the most upsetting movie I've seen in theaters. Will never watch again. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Dude, I watched that thing in theaters. I literally watched that and thought, I never want to watch horror again. I'm done watching horror.